we have a Springfree trampoline in its natural environment. These solitary creatures are often found in the backyards with children.
Hey guys, how are we going? Today we're talking about troublesome Springfrees and some of the things I do to get past those troubles. Poles out of the net and back in when they're tight. So you're going to want some soapy water, heavy on the dishwashing liquid. First thing you want to do, squirt it up inside so it lubricates it, gets it nice and loose, and then pole on the ground, one hand either side, foot on there, and pop. To get it back in, we're going to put the joint on a hip. Ideally great if you got a belt on, cushions the blow. Slip it in, and then this gives you two hands apart when the net's too tight to fit over the mat. So what we're going to do, we're going to drop the net as we normally would, get that down to the bottom of the rods, and then just leave the bit that's too tight on top. And what we'll do as we go around, we'll pop the rod, pull it out, carefully place it on the ground, and just work our way around and just keeping the net on top until we've got about half the trampoline down, and then the net will get down out of the way. I had some trouble getting some of the rods out of the mat. Squirt them up with a little bit of soapy water. That should make your life a little bit easier. Right, now we're putting the mat back on, putting it back up after we've taken it down. So what I've done is I've gone halfway. I've got 3 points because it's only a small one, and we're only putting rods in as we're going to load the mat. So that gives us enough slack then, because the rods aren't going to be in the way, to get the net, top of the net on top while we've got the slack to make life easier to get it back up. Yeah, all back up. Now in terms of times, this wee one here I've got at home, I can pull down and put back up in about 45 minutes. But generally about 45 minutes to put them up. New ones, maybe 10-15 minutes longer as you've got to unpack them. But for the most part, yeah, about 45 minutes, and about the same to pull them down. Since I've figured out how to deal with the problem ones with the net being too tight to get over the mat, that sped me up on those ones and brought it more back in line with normal ones to pull up and take down.